Hello interwebs, Dan here from DansTube.TV, and today I'm discussing the new competitive mode for Overwatch. So I wanted to discuss how I feel about the experience so far and my overall review on it, and then I also wanted to discuss future maps, characters, and game modes that we can expect in the coming months. So with the competitive play mode, you have a skill rating that's allocated to you after 10 placement matches. So after my 10 placement matches, I had a skill rating of 57, which is pretty much average, and the skill rating goes from 1 to 100. Your skill rating is also adjusted after each match, and that's after each win or loss. It goes either up or down. Competitive matches are very similar to the quick play matches, but there are some differences. So you basically earn points based on the objectives that you take. So whether it's the payload that you're pushing or a capture point that you're taking, you will get points, and the interface has slightly changed to account for this new mode. So at the top of the screen you will see that you get points based on the objectives that you take and the payload that you push past certain checkpoints. So it's a really simple game mode to pick up and play. It is very similar to the quick play mode, but I've noticed that it is a little bit frustrating at the early stages so far. When you start the game, you will notice that you actually have a different interface. You'll have 6 players either side, you'll have a versus at the top, and it will tell you their skill rating, it will give you their gamer tag and their icon, and it also lets you know what players are in a party and what players are just on their own. Games last slightly longer than the quick play mode, and you earn points along the way by taking objectives, and the most points wins. It's a very simple game to pick up and play, and a tie results in a sudden death. Blizzard have also decided to go with 3-month seasons. They were originally going to go with 1-month seasons, but I feel this is a little bit better because I'm quite a casual gamer. I do play a lot here and there, but I also have times where I'm not playing for days. So the fact that it's not churning over every single month, I think is a little bit better for the casual gamer out there. You also earn exclusive rewards along the way, and placement starts again each season. At the moment, the rewards are terrible in my opinion. There is a player icon which looks terrible and a spray which looks terrible as well. I'm not keen on them at all, but a cool new feature is the competitive points that can go towards gold weapons. So you can get really cool gold weapons for your favorite heroes, but it takes forever to unlock them. You have to get 300 competitive points, so that's 300 wins to actually get one weapon. At the end of the day, it's the gameplay that I wanted to discuss, guys. Quickly, the Season 1 will end August 18, and then we will get some new skins and sprays and whatnot, and hopefully some other incentives to play Season 2. But the thing that I really wanted to discuss is how well they've done the whole balancing of this game here. So they recently nerfed McCree and Widowmaker, so that means that all the heroes are well balanced in my opinion. When people do leave your game, you're severely handicapped. There have been many times where it's been 4v6 and we can't do anything about it. We don't get any sort of benefits to try to balance it out. People can't rejoin the game, and you don't get anything that can really pull you out of the depths of hell. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but in my opinion, I think that they could allow people to join a little later on. Now for those people that do join later on, maybe they just don't get as much of a benefit for winning, or they don't get penalized as heavily for losing, because at the moment there's a crazy penalty for quitting, and it's just really frustrating. Maybe they could also have an option to vote to leave. Like if the majority of your party wants to leave, then you just leave and you don't get penalized for that. The other team gets a win and then you get knocked down, but not as much because you were heavily handicapped. I just feel like that would be a little bit more enjoyable. The amount of times I've played a game and we've just lost purely because people have left, that's really frustrating for me, but it hasn't happened too much and I'm still enjoying the experience. So competitive play mode is really fun. That's my only negative at the moment, the fact that people leave and you're basically handicapped without any sort of handicap. You just can't do anything. It just sucks. But apart from that, the experience is fun, everyone's balanced, and they've done a good job to make it an enjoyable experience. The skill rating is fun as well. It allows you, I guess, to balance out really nicely with players, and they've done a great job. Every match I've joined has been very even, nicely balanced, and a lot of fun, guys. Now, I'd like to move on to new characters. They have discussed that we will have a few new characters coming out, and I've been watching some other videos. People have shown evidence of 2 new characters in development right now, so that's something that we can definitely see in the coming months. After competitive mode is, fully fleshed out over the next month, I would expect a new character within the next month. That's a must-have. On top of that, I would love to see some new maps. They've done a really great job with maps, and they have also discussed, this is Blizzard, they've discussed that new maps will be coming, so we can expect that in the coming months as well. I think a hero will be out first. and then a new map. Also, with a new hero, you have to balance all of the other heroes around that hero. You can't pull out a hero that's going to do nothing or is going to do too much, so that's one of those things that they have to balance every time they bring out a new hero, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm excited to see these new maps coming out, and also when it comes to game modes, I am getting a little bit over the capturing mode and the payload. That's literally all you can do in Overwatch. Now, when it comes to game modes, it is challenging because you have 21 heroes that all have unique abilities, and you can't just set it up as a free-for-all because that just wouldn't make sense. It would be mayhem, it wouldn't be fair, and it wouldn't be enjoyable. But I think they could potentially do a few different game modes. So with a capture the flag mode, I think that when you pick up a flag, all of your abilities are completely disabled. So you can't use your ultimate, you can't use your movement abilities, you can't use anything like that. They could also cap out your health to a certain point, so every character that picks it up gets knocked down to 200 HP when they pick up the flag, because it would be unfair. Everyone would pick up heroes that are massive, like some of the tank heroes. They'd pick up the flag that have extra HP, and it would just be really unfair. So I think if they balance that out, that could be a lot of fun. I also feel that a team deathmatch could work, but the only problem with that is a lot of heroes have abilities that are set. So Bastion, for example, it just stays in one position, and it's more of a objective taking kind of ability. You sit in one position, you take everyone out as they're going to the objective. Same with Mei. She uses her ice wall, so if people are running around a map, the ice wall isn't really going to do much. So I feel like maybe they could have a capture game mode, but the main focus being the amount of kills that your team gets. That would be really fun as well. The capture the flag would be a lot of fun. And I really don't know what else they could do. There's a lot of interesting heroes, and they need to be balanced well for game modes to work. So I honestly don't know what else they can do. Let me know what you think in the comments below about new game modes. Also, a lot of people on the internet would love to see a story mode. Now, I don't see this happening either. As much as I would love to see a story mode come out, I just see this as an online competitive game. I don't think they're going to flesh out any sort of story. I think the animated shorts are where they're going to really develop the characters and go from there. But for the experience, I think it's just a pure multiplayer experience. So I guess at the moment, I love the game. It's fleshed out, it's really fun, the characters are balanced, and I guess all we can expect from the future in Overwatch is more maps, more game modes, and some more characters. So that's exciting for me, but I don't know what the future of Overwatch is going to hold. Hopefully it still holds its value, people still love it, but I'm trying to think the long term. You know, in 3 years, are we still going to be playing Overwatch? Are we still going to be enjoying it? Are they going to flesh it out and make it as enjoyable as ever? I guess it is Blizzard. They are amazing with development, and they have just a few games that constantly get updated and improved upon, and you know, they're very particular in their releases, so I can expect some big things from Overwatch in the future. But you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. This was just a little discussion video, a basic review on the competitive mode. It is fun, it's a nice new addition, but it's not anything to go home about and tell people about. It's not the craziest thing that's come out in Overwatch, it's not the lamest thing, but it's not the coolest thing. It's kind of just in the middle for me. Anyway guys, that's the end of this quick little video here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to have a fabulous day. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you think of Overwatch and the future of Overwatch, and peace out.